I built an AI-powered acquisition system that monitors job boards, find the decision makers and hiring managers, uses the company data and the actual job board posts to craft a personalized message, and then automatically send that to the decision makers or the hiring managers of those companies. Now, the main reason actually why I built a system like this is because I speak to a lot of recruiters and talent acquisition specialists. And one of the problems I hear the most is the struggle to actually find consistent clients, to actually find candidates for these jobs. So I actually built something that is built with a mixture of NA10, which is an automation platform, Airtable, Apify, which is a scraping platform, and Instantly for the actual outreach. Now, I'm going to explain to you the system here. So right now you can actually see the NAN automation. This is the back end of the system. And we use Airtable as the interface and the database to actually store this information. So I'm going to give you a quick run through of how to actually use this. Now, the first thing you actually need to do is simply come up to here to job search URLs. And this would basically load these different URLs. Now we can actually scrape from multiple sources. So I've got LinkedIn jobs and Indeed jobs pulled up here. And as you can see, there is a URL. Now if I click on that URL, it will take me to the LinkedIn jobs. And here I was searching for companies that are hiring for SDR. So these companies might be trying to grow or scale. And all you need to do is simply come in here, put your filters, and then once you've got the filters that you need, simply copy and paste the URL, come back to your Airtable and copy and paste it in here. And then you can actually decide how many jobs you want to be actually scraped. And you can do the same thing with Indeed. Now, once you actually have that, you come to here to system prompts. Now, this is the system prompt for the actual system. This is something that you wouldn't have to touch unless you know how to use system prompts. But what we have here also is the email template that we would actually send to the decision makers or hiring managers through Instantly. Now, this is the email template that we would use to actually send to the decision makers or the hiring manager of the company. And what we can do is, because we're getting information and context about these companies and the type of jobs that they're posting, we can actually tailor and personalize each message to every person that we're going to outreach to. So as you can see, we've got a template here. It says, hey, first name. I was taking a look at company name and I saw that you work with their ICP and to help them with primary problem that they solve. So again, we would be actually relevant because, we're researching about the company. So we actually know what they do, who they work with, and what problems that they solve for that person or client. Now, this would obviously vary between each job. So that's the benefit of it actually being personalized. You would then put how many jobs you want to actually receive. So let's say we just want to get 5 jobs back simply because we're doing an example. And then we would click on send. You would see this pop up, but you could just simply close it. And then you'd come back to job posts and prospect information. And here, what you'll see is there's two phases. First, you'll actually get the job populate in the fields, and then the system would go and research and find the decision maker or the hiring manager, depending which one you want. It would go find their first name, their last name, their email, and actually craft that automate outreach message for them. Okay, now we're actually getting some jobs populate. As you can see, the jobs will populate first. After we got the jobs, the system will actually go and find the email, the first name of the person that you actually want. So this is all done automatically. Again, this is one of the things that I found that a lot of recruiters and talent acquisition specialists, it's very time consuming, and then to do it on scale, personalized as well to each company is very tricky. So I thought building a system like this would basically systematize the whole process and make it a lot easier. And now if we just go to the right, we can see we have the job post. You can even look at the job poster and get their LinkedIn URL, the job description, the company name, or here, company website, and just a ton of different information. And you can see where you actually got the job from. Now, again, you can add multiple job boards, but for example, we're just using LinkedIn and Indeed for today. Okay, so we've actually finally finished the enrichment. And as you can see, sometimes you won't find the person, and that's okay because we have a table that would only include emails that are actually found. So we've got first name, last name, the email, and we've got a personalized email that we have generated for them. So it says, "Hey Katie, I was taking a look at Kindred and saw that you work with marketing leaders to help them find and hire top marketing talent. Now, this has actually given us amazing results. We actually ran a campaign a couple months ago that we got a 8% reply rate. And that was a really successful campaign, made a lot of opportunities. Job boards are always a good way to see what companies are looking for, what they might be doing. So, it's a good buying or signal intent for a lot of people, depending on, what kind of clients that you go for. But we were looking for, again, we just did SDRs. So, maybe companies that are trying to grow or scale. But this could be done for any sort of niche or industry. Now, one of the things we also have is instantly, this is what actually is going to send the email to them. And as you can see, the system also populates this and actually automatically sends it through the instantly campaign. So if we simply just refresh, we should see some of those leads actually populate. Yep, here, that's perfect. And then those emails will be automatically sent. So this is not something that you'd have to spend or use a lot of time on. The whole client acquisition pipeline would be automated for you. Now, if this is something that you might be interested in, or you're trying to actually grow or scale your agency or business, you can book in a free discovery call with me. The link will be below, and we'll see if we can work together and see if it's a good fit.